Good afternoon. My name is Claudia Erland, and as you know, I'm a member of the Sawai Koto Ensemble, and my teacher is Masayo Ishigure. The koto, as you see back here, is an ancient instrument. Originally came from China. The legend has it there's a 25-string guzheng, which is the Chinese instrument, and the legend is that it came to Japan and to Korea. 12 strings went to Korea, and they have the kayagum, and 13 strings came to Japan, and Japan has the koto. So that's the tradition. It actually came to Japan around 800 AD, and it actually looked pretty much like it does now, although the strings were made of silk and not nylon, and various things like that. Modern koto music really started coming about in the 1700s. Modern koto music that you would hear nowadays. It's most of what we're playing for you today is going to be very modern music, but it's a very versatile instrument. You can tune it to many, many different things. The bridges that you see are movable, and we will move the bridges and tune it to whatever tuning happens to be required by the particular song. So you'll see in between the pieces, we're actually going to be moving the bridges around so that it's appropriately tuned. The bridges are made out of plastic now, not out of wood or ivory anymore. In the front here, these two great big ones are called bass kotos. They have 17 strings, and that's a modern invention that was invented in the 1920s by Michio Miyagi, a tremendously talented and famous blind koto master who wrote very many well-known pieces trying to meld Western music to Japanese instruments. Most of what we're playing some traditional folk pieces today, and also a very, very new piece by Hikaru Sawai, who is the current head of the koto school. It looks like we're getting more kotos here, so. Oh, excellent. Okay, well, I'm going to go help continue to do that, so to continue to set up, and I hope you enjoy our concert.
Claudia, that was so interesting. Thank you so much for that impromptu lesson for us. And as we continue to set up, I would like to introduce an old friend of everybody's here. Not that he's old, but he's retired from the Roosevelt Island Residents Association, which he led for decades. I served 3 terms with him. I think he must have served maybe 30. Matthew Katz, please join us, Matt, and talk to us a little about what FDR...
Konnichiwa. Thank you for all coming out here. Just a little history about Roosevelt Island. My job is to vamp while the musicians are getting ready. By the way, I would direct your attention to the west. Blue sky. The Resident Association was founded and incorporated in 1977. We've been around a long time. Of course, I was just a mere child at the time. But we've been doing all sorts of interesting things on the island for a long time. One thing I would direct your attention to, on June 15th is Roosevelt Island Day. This is a program that will be sponsored by the Resident Association, by the Operating Corporation, by the building organizations on the island. It's a joint effort in which people come out in the morning, spruce up the island, clear up the twigs and the leaves from the wintertime, plant flowers all over the island. We're going to have free breakfast for all the volunteers, a blood drive. We've got games and rides and hot dogs for the kids and a doo-wop band in the evening. It's a fantastic day. It's been on for 15 years. If you're around that Saturday, come on down. It's a terrific day. There are wonderful things going on this summer. There's a movie series happening at Firefighters Field in the summertime, outdoor movies that have been chosen. All kinds of good things happen in the summertime. There's outdoor dining on Roosevelt Island. So this is a wonderful place to spend some time, especially on the weekends. If you're bike riders, terrific. Bring your bikes out. We've got a promenade that goes all around the island for bikers and for walkers. We were hit by Hurricane Sandy, it's true, and we need some help in getting the island revamped, but we've been assured that by the summertime, we will be raring to go, so we welcome you to come out at that time. How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Okay, we're stretching. The Resident Association is elected of the island residents. We are all volunteers. This is the kind of place, this is a planned community where people come out and do stuff. We've been volunteering to react to things like Hurricane Sandy and the Hurricane Irene for years now, but we also put on wonderful programs. Lynn Shinozaki has been the fulcrum for so many of the things we do on the island through the RIRA, the Resident Association Social, Cultural, and Educational Programs Committee. Where is Lynn? Lynn is running around. If you see a lady in a salmon-colored kimono, tell her thanks, because she's the one who's done all of this. You bet. We hope you'll be with us all day long. There's going to be music here until 5 o'clock this evening, maybe a little later. Jim and the Visual Arts Association will be putting on a marvelous wine tasting down at our gallery. If you've never seen the Roosevelt Island Gallery, it's something to see. We have a standalone art gallery with new programs every 6 weeks or so. It is a marvel for this little bitty island of 14,000 people. It is one of 3 galleries on the island. We are an expanding community. We are growing all the time. There are interesting things happening here all the time. If you'd like to keep up with us, read the Roosevelt Islander blog put out by the gentleman sitting directly in front of me, and the Main Street Wire, which is our hometown newspaper. Yay, Wire. That's my wife. She's prejudiced. This is a marvelous place to visit all year round. There are wonderful things going on. We thank you for coming out here today. We hope you'll stay with us because this park, these 4 acres, are very special. This has been in the works for 40 years, and now it's a reality. There's another park on the northern part of the island which was hit severely by Hurricane Sandy. 2 enormous wooden bridges were simply swept away. And when those bridges are replaced, there will be a path to our lighthouses, which is one of 6 landmarks on Roosevelt Island. We have a history going back to the founding of the island by the Blackwell family when this was Blackwell's Island. And their farmhouse is still here, and that's being renovated to host programs, we hope, very soon. Our church was the church where the paupers who were located the Paupers Asylum on Roosevelt Island came to pray. It is now our Protestant congregation, our Catholic congregation, and also the center for many of the island community events on the island. It's a marvelous edifice. It's just been renovated. It's a beautiful structure. Come and see it. Come visit Main Street. We have new shops on the island. We have a Subway on the island now. We've got a sweet shop with some of the best ice cream you ever tasted. Come visit us. Look around. Check us out. And now, that's all I've got to say, and I'm looking forward to koto and shamisen music, as I know you are. Thank you.
Back cuts.